Hey everyone, it's me, Kempress at kemeticwellness.com, back with another video. I want to say hi to all my new subscribers again. I'm almost at 100 subscribers, which is my first big milestone here on YouTube. So I want to thank all of you for subscribing. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and share this video as well. So today I am going to be doing a video that's a part of a series that I'm doing on dating for the sacred woman. Now, I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to title this video, but it is about my experience with a narcissist and how it actually changed my life for the better. Okay, I know a lot of you are probably listening to this like, what is she talking about right now? Because this is a topic that I see trending a lot on YouTube and on the internet, this idea of narcissism and how a lot of people have experienced a narcissist and how damaging that experience is. And it was very damaging for me at the time that I went through it, but it was also exactly what I needed. It was a hard lesson, but it was very necessary. So I'm going to talk about the reasons that dating a narcissist was actually the best thing that ever happened to me. Let's go. The first reason that dating a narcissist was the best thing that ever happened to me is that it taught me to stop being a victim, to get out of victim mentality. For a lot of us, if you've grown up in a situation where you have experienced some type of abuse, whether it was physical abuse, neglect from one or both parents, molestation, sexual abuse, you will later in life seek out situations and relationships with other people to attempt to reenact that situation so that you can make it right. And a lot of times you may be seeing yourself, whether consciously or subconsciously, as a victim. Oh, why do people always treat me like this? Why am I always so and so and so? Why am I always treated this way, you know? And when you do that, you attract people who want to treat you badly, or you attract people who already have a predatory mindset. And because of that predatory mindset, they can they sniff out that vulnerability in you. They can literally laser focus in on people who have an insecurity or a vulnerability. And sometimes we don't realize how transparent we are. People can see when you are vulnerable, when you view yourself as a victim, and especially someone who is willing to take advantage of that, someone who has narcissistic tendencies, they're gonna pounce right on that. So it taught me to stop viewing myself as a victim and to become a person who was strong. It taught me to stop putting myself in situations where people could even think that they should take advantage of me. And that leads me into my next point, which is dating a narcissist also helped me to learn how to create very strong boundaries. If you're anything like me and anything like a lot of women, and I would say most women, oftentimes you have a hard time saying no. You have a hard time saying no because you want to be perceived as nice, you want to be perceived as kind, and you very likely are a kind person or a nice person, and you feel bad telling people no. You feel bad telling people not today. And so I had to learn how to say no in a whole lot of different ways. You know, sometimes I have to say no. Sometimes I have to say hell no. Sometimes I have to say not today. You know what? let me get back to you on that. You know what, I gotta think about that. You know what, I don't think that's quite right for me. How about this? I had to learn how to say no because I was a typical nice girl, didn't want to hurt other people's feelings, didn't want to make other people feel bad. And not being able to say no when you know a situation is not right for you is always going to lead you into some mess and into some trouble. And sometimes it takes you being in situations where you are done so wrong, where you are treated so badly in a way that you don't deserve, where you know next time when somebody is coming at you with something that does not sit right in your spirit, it's going to be a lot easier for you to say, no, you can't do that to me. No, you can't treat me like that. No, you know what? It's time for you to go now. It gets a lot easier to say no when you realize the consequences of what could happen from saying yes to situations that don't serve you. That actually leads me into my next point, which is the narcissist taught me to stop putting other people before myself. Once again, as the nice girl, I was used to putting other people before myself. As a person born under the sign of BaNAuset, which we know as Virgo, Virgo is the service sign, the helper. I've always been a person who loves to help other people, loves to make other people feel good, loves to be kind to other people. It kind of charges me. It just makes me feel good. And so because people know that, sometimes people will come to you and really infringe on your personal time, your personal space, or things that you need for yourself, and you feel bad saying no to those people. You feel bad receiving. You feel bad taking things that are for yourself. You understand? You feel bad putting yourself before other people. And let me tell you, being taken advantage of by someone you probably would have just done anything for, or you did everything for, and the person didn't appreciate it, or they walked all over you, it makes you realize that it's not worth it. It's really not worth it to try to put somebody else before you and your needs. Because at the end of the day, the other person doesn't care that you didn't get what you needed. The other person doesn't care. You're so worried about somebody else's feelings and they do not care about yours. So when you so steady caring about somebody else and they are not caring about you, where does that leave you? Who's caring about you? You thinking about them and they're thinking about them. Who's thinking about you? Don't you see how silly that is? You know, so that's what being with a narcissist taught me, was how ridiculous it is to feel bad for putting myself first. You're supposed to like yourself and put yourself above everybody else. That's what everybody else is doing. And when you feel bad for doing that, you put yourself in situations where people are going to take advantage of you. And you know what? You can't even blame them because you did it voluntarily. Don't volunteer yourself to be a victim. Don't volunteer yourself to be a doormat. Don't volunteer yourself to be someone else's footstool and then claim to be a victim. It was your decision. It was your decision to help this person, be there for this person, give this person something that you needed for yourself. Iyanla Vanzant said this at one point. She said, when you give to other people what you need for yourself, you make the other person a thief, because they're taking from you what you need and they don't even know it. I just had to get some silence on that one. I just needed a moment of silence, because a lot of us don't realize that. We are out there talking about how horrible and how bad these narcissists are, these selfish people, these terrible, horrible people. And some of them really are, terrible people, but you let them do it though. You let them run amok in your life. And it wasn't until the pain became so unbearable, or they did something or some things so unforgivable, that you were able to let this person go out of your life, or they just left you, that you realize that you were giving too much to this person who wasn't giving anything to you. It's okay to put yourself first. As a matter of fact, it's necessary. You came into this world alone. Even if you are a twin, you came into this world one at a time. By yourself. You're not attached to anybody. You're not obligated to anybody. You must put yourself first. You must fill your cup up first before you try to fill anybody else's cup up. Okay? The other thing that being with a narcissist taught me was to level up. Was to level all the way up on every single level. Now, when I met the person who I'm thinking of, I was in a very low place at the time. I had gotten out of a relationship where I had just found out that my partner, who I thought was, gonna be my husband, actually was cheating on me. And I felt so low about myself at the time. I felt so low. I had not experienced that before. And it was my first time really understanding how much of a blow being cheated on has to a person's self-esteem. It can really, really mess with you to make you wonder, well, why? Why did you lie to me? Was I not good enough? And so I was feeling pretty low about myself at the time. And that's another lesson for me, is to never date when you don't feel good about yourself. Never, ever, ever try to get into a relationship to try to make yourself feel better, because the other person can sense how insecure and how low you feel about yourself at the time. And 9 times out of 10, 9.99 times out of 10, they're going to take advantage of it. Whoever you meet on that level, it's not going to be a good person for you. Somebody who is on a high vibration would not be attracted to you in that space that you're in. So just know that whoever and whatever you're attracting to yourself at that time is probably on the same level of where you are. Meaning, if you're feeling low, you're feeling down, you're feeling insecure, whoever you're attracting is on that same vibe. So they're very likely to contribute to those insecure feelings. So for me to realize that I had attracted someone who was low character, nasty, manipulative, mean-spirited, all of those things, it forced me to look at what was going on within me that attracted that. And I had a whole lot of work to do on myself to figure out why I even entertained somebody like that. That means that maybe I saw myself a particular way. I must have seen myself a particular way. And that means that I needed to level up on every single level. I needed to mentally fortify myself, which I did. I did through meditation. I did through affirmations. I did through getting deeper and deeper into my yoga practice and into my physical practice in terms of fitness. I did by going deeper into my nutrition and detoxing, because that really helps to raise your vibration when you're starting to bring in certain foods into your diet, foods that really energize you, that make you feel like you're doing something good for yourself, because you are. It's totally charging every single cell in your body. And when you start to raise your vibration in that way, which is what leveling up is all about, there are certain people who will come around who realize, oh, I can't try that with her. Some of these people will realize, I'm not on her level. And that's not to say in a bad way that you think that you're better than other people. It just means that you are putting yourself on a pedestal so that you eliminate the low-hanging fruit. Okay? There's nothing wrong with that. You know, there's a lot of people out there who you know are the low-hanging fruit. Okay? The men out there who you know are baby daddies. Okay? Serial baby daddies. Okay? The men out there who don't have a job, who are living couch to couch, who don't have anything to contribute to your life. Those are the low-hanging fruit. When you level yourself up and you're walking down the street glowing, okay, skin popping, okay, hair just flowing, okay, makeup looking good, hair, outfit smiling, you know, just feeling absolutely great about yourself, these men can't approach you. They know they're not about to get nowhere with you, okay? So being with somebody who tried to take me all the way down made me realize that I had work to do. I had to bring myself all the way back. And I had a lot of support in the community that I'm in the holistic healing community that I'm in. And I did a lot of work on myself to be able to bring myself back around to a place of high self-esteem, high self-worth. I had to remind myself of how worthy I am. I had to remind myself that having high standards is one of the best ways to deter mess and nonsense and narcissistic men, because people who are narcissists can smell the insecurity on you. When you are a person who says, no, that's not right for me, no, that's not good enough for me, not in a snooty way, but in a way that you understand what you're worth and what you want out of your life, and you're not willing to budge that because you're not desperate for anyone to be a part of your life. You're satisfied with who you are. You're satisfied with your life. Some men will be actually really resentful of it, and when you see that, that is a clear sign to stay away. When a man is really bothered by your confidence or your self-esteem, and you can see it you can see it in their behavior, you can see it in the things that they say. Sometimes these men will say things to try to elicit insecurity in you. And when you don't take the bait, they learn that they either have to step up or be dismissed. And it was very, very important for me to learn that about myself. It was very important for me to learn that. And it's important for you to learn that as well, that if you're experiencing a relationship where the person is taking advantage of you, manipulating you, being verbally abusive, emotionally abusive, or even physically abusive, that it is less about the other person and more about you. The situation is there to teach you something about yourself. Nobody can treat you in any way that you don't allow. Okay? People with high self-esteem, they repel narcissists. Either that or the narcissist in them, you know, they on the same level, and so they just get along with each other, you know. They admire that selfish characteristic, and so they don't attempt to take advantage of these types of people. Narcissists only target victims. So if you want to avoid having those type of relationships again, you have to do the work. You have to stop being a victim. You have to listen to your intuition when you see red flags about somebody and say, no, listen, you're not about to do that to me. You know what? That situation is not right for me. You know what? I saw this and I'm not comfortable with this. Oh, you want to get an attitude? Okay, well, you know what? You can do that over there. I'm going this way. I'm not letting you disturb my peace. Okay? You have to become firm, and you have to become comfortable in saying no. Say it with me. No. 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 No, thank you. No. Hell no. Not today. Can't do it. I don't think so. That's not right for me. There's plenty of different ways to say it. Practice, practice, practice. And you know what? It actually feels really good to say no. It actually feels really, really good, and it's really empowering, especially when I know that if I had said yes to that situation, I would be so mad. I would be so mad. You know, there have been so many times, lately since I've been in this space, there have been so many times since that relationship where I'm now in a new space and I've said no to people, and later on I saw how horrible that situation would have been for me if I had said yes. And so I'm just so grateful. I'm just so happy. I'm like back at being 2 years old. You know, at a 2-year-old, their favorite word is no. No, 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 no. I'm back at that space. No. Create boundaries. Create boundaries. Be comfortable with saying no. If you like the video, go ahead and give me a like and comment down below and let me know how dating a narcissist changed your life for the better. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.